Hi, hello, hi, I'm Mirsku and I'm here today to paint some Last Guardian fan art. Yay! Here we go. So, I'm painting with acrylics, mostly blues, some purple. I didn't end up using most of those colors that I picked up, but that's life. Here's the sketch I made for Trico, and here's some side sketches on the wings and possibly turning his head or something. I wanted to check what I wanted first. And I just went straight into sketching with the acrylics. I didn't do pencils or anything because I didn't feel like it. This video is kind of choppy, really quick paste cuts, mostly because it's just so long. The whole thing, couple of hours or so, few maybe. I'm not sure actually. So this is really choppy and yeah. Here I'm just making the base layer of this blue. I meant to check the name. Hold on, I'll check the name. Okay, so I got the tube now. It's Winsor blue, this color. Like the tube that I use is Winsor and Newton acrylic colors. I don't know if Galleria acrylic is the correct name. Oh, there goes my notebook or sketchbook. Soon after this, I noticed the blurriness of this point of view. Yeah, here, just so you know. It's kind of wonky. I'm still figuring out like what kind of settings and such I should use. And like here, you can see that the lighting's not so great. Here I'm measuring the torso and the wings, and I noticed that the proportions are quite wrong, so I'm just extending the wings, and later on I'm just lowering the here I'm lowering the head, so it's the torso is a bit shorter or smaller, however you say it. And here I'm just throwing on some white to create the get back to the background color. And I didn't care if I made it messy or not so messy, because I knew I was gonna use the white as the background color, and white and blue, so I didn't really care about the mixing of them right there. And here I'm just sketching the new proportions that I think I should give to the character, because I think I messed them up a little bit. Now I got back to the blue color, and I'm just throwing it back there because yeah, I sketched over the original blue, so I'm covering it up. That's all to say. These colors aren't the best, especially these Winsor and Newton. They aren't that thick, and I prefer the thick ones. And like, you gotta layer them if you want something out of it. Or if you don't like the translucency. Is that the right word? I think it is. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. That's how you say it. Sorry. Okay. The painter in me says it's okay. And I'm moving on to the close-ups, apparently. Here's some close-ups of the current work and where it's at. Woo! And now I'm adding some lighter blue. This color is from Van Gogh acrylic color set thing. It's brilliant blue. At least it says so, so I hope it's right. I love mixing these two colors together, and like having the contrast and stuff like that. It's really pretty to me. Here I'm just adding some texture and making the feathers and stuff, or at least I'm trying to. Sometimes the blue is just too bright, or when it dries it kind of dulls a little bit, so I'm just trying to figure out what's the best amount of color and such. Just adding some color to the feathers and then throwing the rest to the background. Again, making it blue and white, so it doesn't matter what I throw there. It's gonna go that color anyway. Now I'm changing the brush to a smaller one, so I can do the details a bit better. With the big one, it's really nice to get the big blocks of color and get the backgrounds and get the shapes done. It's really nice for that, but it's not so good for details. I still kind of wish that I had a round brush for this part, like creating details and such. But it worked out. It's not so bad. I really like it this way too, so it's alright. Getting in some of the wonderful details of the I'm constantly in my head calling them leaves. They're feathers, not leaves. What? I really like the close-ups of the other camera. This camera, not so much. It's still kind of blurry and kind of dark, but sometimes it gets better. Also, I really like the layering I did here, like for the feathers on the right wing of Trico. Is it right wing? I don't know I don't know my left and right. Okay. Anyway, the wings, I like them. That's all. I'm still not quite. I don't usually paint or draw animals, so this was a bit of a challenge on that part, like figuring out what wings look like and how the like paws and legs go and everything, all of that. Like the sketch for this was from like 2017, so I was drawing Trico a lot more back then when I was playing the game, but now I don't really remember. I'm kind of lost that ability a bit. Oh, and here I really like the way I bring out the spine, because it brings more dimension to the character, I think. Like, go me, woo! I'm so happy about that. That always makes me so happy. Now it's a bit too bright in my opinion, and later on I will like darken it a little bit, but right now not so much yet. Oh, I've switched to purple. The purple is Van Gogh acrylic colors. It's perm blue violet. I don't know what the perm means. It's perm dot blue violet. It's purple. On the package it's kind of light purple, but when it comes out it's quite dark. That's what I want to say. Oh, and the little toes, and I really like drawing the little nails and stuff. It's so cute. I just love drawing in these tiny details and stuff. It's really adorable. Like, it brings in the character more. Of course, like blue sketches are really cool and all, but I really like the details. I'm always a big fan of details. Okay, I think I'm creating some kind of gradient. Yeah, I made a gradient, a little purplish gradient over the rest of the blues. Next I'm gonna work on the background, add more of the whites because I wanted to be more whites on the background than blues. Right now it's kind of blue, so fixing that here. Also attempting to use the other camera as a little close-up camera. It's still kind of blurry. Oh, look at those towers! Ah, so cute! Again, small details. I really love doing these kind of small things that you don't really look at unless you're really looking for them or something. I just really love making them. Also, here's the lovely mess up. I kept messing up my painting. Like here, I wanted the white bits to be evenly apart, but I kept looking at the camera and then to the paper and then to the camera. Again, a new mistake. I kept doing this over and over while holding the camera, just making a mistake after another. It's kind of funny now, but back then I was just cursing a little bit under my breath. Not a lot, but a little bit. I love the wings and how they turned out. And it really looks like on the right wing. I think it's the right wing, right? The top one here. I think on the right wing, the bits where there's no feathers, I feel like those feathers that are falling fell from those. So, again, details. That's kind of detail that it's not like, it's not the kind of detail that I was talking about earlier, but still. And here also starts the turning times. I start turning the paper here and there and every way around, and it's not a song. Now it is, apparently, because of me, but no. Here I'm poking the camera with the brush, end of the brush. Yay, fun times. I left that in for the fun times. Yeah, then I just kept doing the white thing, like creating clearer lines and stuff. That's what I want. Also, I started doing this like armpit area of the wing, painting it white, but then I thought, maybe I want some blue there. And I left it there for a very long time because of that. I just wasn't sure about it, but I just wanted to think about it for a little bit, you know? Again, here, like erasing the purple mistakes and such with the white. I really like doing that kind of stuff. I've painted in acrylics before, but I haven't painted in a long time, so this is kind of new, and this kind of technique is new that I'm kind of using the background to fix the mistakes I've made. Like, I never done that. I usually just make the background and then whatever comes on top is the final that comes on top. You never fix the background, basically. And here I'm just adding more white into the background. Like I said, I didn't want it to be so brightly blue, so I'm just throwing in some white here and there. I also used a lot of white. I didn't think I would use that much, but it's a lot. Yeah, but I mean, it's no problem. And here I'm fixing the armpits bit because I did end up not liking it so much. Adding some more white because, of course, gotta have that white background. Or not, I want it to be light blue, so I feel like this is the sky and there's cloudy stuff. Cloudy stuff, I mean clouds. There's clouds underneath Trico as he flies, and Also again fixing some small details here and there with the dark purple. I haven't gone back to the blue yet. I don't think I do at any point anymore. Fixing up some just minor details here and there, like the feathers, the tail, the wings, the tiny horns and stuff. Like nothing big anymore, I think. Then, oh, details. No? Okay, yeah, this is my signature mistake. I messed it up, like you'll see here now. Fun mistakes. I did end up like erasing this whole thing. Well, not erasing, just painting it white all over again, and then putting the signature elsewhere. Yeah, fuck that. Here's the whole thing. This is before I painted the new signature and stuff, but here's the details. Look at those wings and those feathers. Oh my god. Here he is on my wall, and you can see the signature now. I really love him. I really love him. Oh my god. It was so wonderful painting this. I really loved making it. Oh, also, thank you for watching. I just realized I need to do the outro. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like this video. I don't know if I'm gonna make something like this in the future, but hopefully. Thank you so much, and see you soon.
Unless you intend to nurse me! Sorry.
Fuck.